my civics teacher, I don't know if you know what civics are, but go Google it and then come back. But he told me something that stuck with me, that was like, everybody needs to remember that you are unique, but you're not special. If I look like I gained weight, I did. I actually lost a lot of weight. It's because there's blush on my face, and the lighting in here is weird. And I've also eat a lot. That's just my eating disorder, okay. But that's not the point. And I think that's just something that a lot of people haven't heard, and it's kind of obvious because I think a lot of people, and this doesn't sound really mean, but a lot of people overestimate their importance in this world. Like, or they, like, there's probably a better word, but I'm gonna explain what I mean. They over-identify themselves. Like they just put themselves pretty much on a pedestal. Like, I'm gonna break it down into 3 categories. One, with like this rise and like wanting to be like this lone wolf character, and like while wanting to be so hidden and mysterious, also wanting to be the one to set the trends. That doesn't make any sense. Like, you cannot be somebody who moves on your own accord, but then at the same time wants people to know who you are. And I'm not saying that that's not human. That's normal, because that's like, everybody has that feeling. But usually people grow out of that after the toddler phase. Like, you know what I mean? It's not normal for you to think like that past the age of like 30. You know what I mean? But like now, you seeing it in people who are like well into their 40s, especially with Gen Z. But I'm talking about like especially with like book talk. Like, those people, those books are weird. Like, no matter how much I want to talk, like rewrite everything, those books are weird. Okay, some of them, not all of them, but some of those concepts are strange. But, and then like the other category of people overestimating their importance is like the shit with like everybody wanting to be a part of something. It's okay to not fit into a category. That's fine. Because at the end of the day, like, you don't have to compartmentalize. If you know what word I'm using, compartmentalize yourself. You don't have to do that. Like, and it really happened after like 2020, when there was Black Lives Matter and everybody started to really it happens after every movement. There were people, probably when Martin Luther was doing his shit, there were probably white people who started to feel like, oh yeah, me too, I should feel like I could rise up, and like they started thinking, like, notice how like around the same time white women were started to do like the whole feminist thing too. Like, I'm not saying that it wasn't important, but I'm just saying, like, people do feel the need to like put themselves out there when they see others moving. Like, do you get what I mean? Which isn't a bad thing, but I'm just saying right now there are a lot of people who are overly doing it. Like, and it's harmful to said people who actually are sometimes. Like, for example, but it's also complicated because when you start to put labels, and this is also the problem with labels, when you start to put labels on yourself with like, because you can't do a race is like, that's kind of clear cut and set in stone. But like, when it comes to like sexuality and your things surrounding your identity, like what was the other thing I was just thinking about? Fuck. Like, the things that have happened to you, that's when things start to become like muddy. Cause it's like, oh, diseases, that's what, like, not diseases, but like you know, like ADHD, autism, things of that manner. Or I don't know what they're called, but we're just gonna call them behavioral issues. those, all those things, being gay, having autism, ADHD, those things are fine. Nobody has a problem with them. But when you start to put yourself or make you, like, transform yourself into somebody that has these things, or fake in order to feel a part of something, or overly exercise your condition, it's just like what's your problem? Like, or like, because also, like, that's my thing with people who, like, sorry, I also have food, but I'm like, I've really been eating it because I needed to talk. When you start to, like, that, my thing with autism, ADHD, or like the people who are obviously faking it, because there are people who fake it, or there are people who are doing it for attention. A lot of you people have histrionic personality disorder. That's what y'all have. Y'all think y'all have ADHD. Y'all think y'all have things, and a lot of y'all are sociopaths. That's the problem. Y'all lack a lot of emotion. And y'all just throw around like therapy words. That's why, unfortunately, like, and this is sorry, this is gonna sound really fucked up when it comes out my mouth. You cannot include everybody. The world was never meant to be inclusive. Like, sometimes that's like, because okay, let me go back to this one point. Sexuality, obviously, that's something that you're always going to be discovering up until the day you die, because that's what you like. Think that stuff is always going to change. But some people do know what you like. Some people do it for attention. Some people do it for the want to fit in. And that's fucked up, because now you're fucking it up for everybody who actually does want to find somebody. So you're coming to these spaces knowing that you are not that, and you're just like or you're doing it for the trend. Because some people are gay for the trend, some people are trans for the trend, and that's fucking weird. Like, but that's not what I was gonna say. What point was I on? Fuck, what was I talking about? I was going somewhere, bro. But whatever. Yeah, like, I think a lot of people are just over, like, because like, you as an individual, I don't think you should never knock yourself. I think you should have a high self-esteem. I think you should think highly of yourself. But I don't think that's a way to think highly of yourself. I don't think any of those things that I described is a form of it. I don't think you trying to fit in with people when you don't fit in is, like, that's not normal. And I think the normal is subjective. But I'm saying you're not really living a happy life. Like, why would you fake that for so long? That's so stupid. And like, fuck, I wish I remember my other point. I was really going somewhere. But yeah, a lot of people, that's my thing with the bean soup theory too. Like, that's really real. A lot of people will think that you're talking about them when you aren't. Also, that fucking fear of being perceived, that's not a real thing. You're just fucking selfish. Nobody's fucking thinking about you. Don't get me wrong, people are looking at you in public. Because at the end of the day, people are inclined to look wherever the fuck they want to look. I'm telling you from somebody, I watch everybody. I'm a quiet person. Like, in public, I'm looking at everything. I'm observing the situation. But I promise you, nobody's fucking thinking you past the 2 seconds that they looked at you. If that fear of being perceived, that's just you in your own head, because you, like, that's why I deal with the fucking narcissist thing too. A lot of people are narcissists, but that's just you being self-centered. Like, girl, you're bugging. Like, I'm frankly, I'm gonna tell you this right now. You're bugging. Like, what the fuck? Oh, the inclusivity thing. That's what I was talking about. Um, that's like when certain communities try to involve everybody. It's like I'd be like, no, don't. Like when Black Americans try to involve everybody in their culture, like sharing their hair products, sharing their music, sharing their food, I'm like, no, don't fucking share that. The fuck these people. The fuck, what have they ever done for you? Why the fuck would I share things like that? And now my culture's ruined. Now it's tainted. Like at the like what or like with drag or like with ballroom. Let's just talk about ballroom. Or even just the gay community in general. When they started to open, or like when we started seeing like straight or cis women, like, because I don't have the problem with the word cis. At the end, that's a medical term. If you have a problem with that, you're a little bitch. Like, no shade, come fight me. Like, you see how I said that? To me, I know what that means. I've been know what that means. I've known ballroom. I've known all of that since I was young. Like, I've always watched that. Like, that to me is like whatever, and I respect that. But when they started using ballroom terms or ballroom culture, this is the thing with like opening stuff. At the end of the day, or like when you open something and you just let it roam, at the end of the day, you can't. It has a mind of its own. You can't control what happens to it after the fact. You know what I mean? Or it's like word of mouth. Like it's almost like the telephone game. If I tell you, and this is also with the internet también, it's like I tell you something and it just gets passed down at the when it gets to the last bitch, you're not gonna know what it really is. Feel me? Like that's what happened to the ballroom shit. Don't get me wrong, ballroom is ballroom. It's always going to be voguing, it's always gonna be it's music, it's always gonna be ballroom. It's always going to be filled with trans women, it's always gonna be filled with the gay scene, it's all of that. But and it's always gonna be with Black people, with people of color, whatever you want to call it. But when people start to water its lingo down and start using it in strange ways, it's just like you don't know what you're saying. Like, or like when people say no shade at the wrong time, or like when people say clock it, or like when people do the fingers. When you do the fingers, it's like this. Do it like this. That I don't know what the fuck that is, and it's my biggest pet peeve. You go like that, like I'm not. That's my dog in the back. I'm gonna end it here for right now because she's gonna bark and they're probably gonna come in her room. So bye, hoes.